Hello and welcome to the exterior tour of the 2019 Grand Design Reflection fifth wheel. We are currently looking at the nose of the fifth wheel. As we approach, standard fifth wheel hookup, standard 7-pin and breakaway cable currently tucked in back behind here. Backing up for just a second, this unit does have a docking light that operates on a switch you will find just over here. We flip this switch, docking light is off and back on. Approaching this first compartment here does use a latch and also locks. Solar charge hookup should you want to add solar panels. Space for a generator should you want to install one. This is not gen prepped, however, but there is space for one here. Battery, and we have switch lights here that work on sensor and on all the time. 2 lines is operating on the sensor. If you press down to 1, you would be operating on all the time. Leveling jacks and motors. Backing up, we have our 2 front jacks here. Taking a look at the left side from the front, there are 2 awnings. Unable to currently extend them all the way as we have another trailer right next door. Moving forwards, propane tank. You will find this on the other side as well, which we will get to as we round the camper. Propane tank compartment does not lock should you need to get to your propane tanks in an emergency. Big pass-through compartment here. Compartment door, simply pull and it comes down. Both handles lock, and this door itself works with magnets, so you will just lift up until it hits the side of the other magnets and it will stay open. Looking inward here, we have a GFCI outlet. On my right side is going to be the battery disconnect. Battery disconnect is currently on. You will want to have the battery disconnect on when you are utilizing the camper. Always a good idea to turn it upwards or into the off position should you be leaving the camper for extended periods of time, so you do not come back to dead batteries. Again, we have 2 sensor / on all the time lights in this compartment. This panel here extends all the way across and allows access to plumbing, water pump, the water board, which we will see on the other side, as well as the furnace and water heater. Continuing onwards, have another compartment here. Works on magnets as well. Locks in the center. Does come with a small fridge. Another sensor on all the time light, satellite cable hookups, and a GFCI outlet. Now just down below, there is a propane hookup here should you want to hook up a grill or some type of griddle. The propane valve itself is currently closed when it's perpendicular to the propane line here. I'm sorry, I got off on my video. To open, you would just want to turn it to the front so it is parallel with the propane pipe. 2 center jacks Continuing onwards, there is a spray port, and just down below is going to be the door hold. To utilize, you will slide the latch down in there like so, and your door will remain open and pulls up and out. One nice feature I would like to point out is this unit does come with keyless entry. It does have 2 remotes. You will receive the code with the purchase of the 5th wheel. I do not want to post it on here since this will be a public video. It does also come with keys should you not want to use the keyless feature. It does have an assist rail here for when you are stepping up into the 5th wheel, and you will want to bring this up and over as such when you are traveling. Fold up stairs to close. You will simply grab this bottom stair, fold it up into that position, then there is a small handle here. You'll grab onto it, lift upwards and push in, and the stairs close. To open, reverse the process. You'll pull out, bringing the stairs to this position, and flip that bottom stair down. Nice big awning with awning lights. Speakers also come equipped with lighting. Again, another awning on your slide out back here with an awning light. Continuing onwards, we come to the rear jacks, of which there are 2 again. And just back behind the slide out, this unit does come with a spare. There is a spare tool in that pass-through compartment that you will want to push through this hole and spin counterclockwise to have the spare tire come down for utilization. From the back to the front, and we are looking at the rear of the 5th wheel. Ladder for roof access. This unit does come with a rear camera as well as the Furrion monitor that you will be able to plug into your 12-volt outlet in your vehicle towing with to see what is behind you. Hitch hookup. Right here we have our 50 amp power hookup. Moving along to the right side from the front, left side from the rear, we are looking at all 3 slide outs in the out position. Spare from over here. Moving onwards, we come to our fresh tank drain. Currently that valve is closed. The fresh tank does currently have water in it. Should we want to expel that water, we will pull that valve out and water will drain from that pipe there. Should you overflow the fresh tank when filling, it does have an overflow drain, which is right here. Moving onwards, we come to the rear fridge access. It does have an outlet to open. I've already got it in the open position. I guess rather to close, you will turn those knobs. To reopen, you will turn upwards, lift up, pull out. I would like to point out, should you want to run on the propane side, this small dial right here. I currently have it open. You will want to close to the off position. Closes off the propane coming to the fridge. Slides upwards and in. And turn these to close. Moving onwards, as I mentioned on the interior portion of this tour, this unit does have 2 gray tanks. You will find the additional gray tank valve right here. You will simply need to pull that out when it is time to empty the gray tank. Before doing so though, you will want to make sure that you have removed your sewer cap and have opened the gate valve here. General rule of thumb, I always like to pull the black tank valve prior to pulling the gray tanks to help flush out your pipe. As we continue onwards, we approach the water heater. Right here is going to be your propane line. Flame will ignite in there when running on the gas side. This does come with a plug. Hot water heater is currently full of water. Should it be time to winterize, you will want to first open your pressure release valve and then remove this plug here. Your water will drain out and you will continue leaving that open until the next season when you want to put water back in your hot water heater. There are also instructions that you can read right here. Just to the left is going to be the furnace and the furnace exhaust. When your furnace is running, it will be hot here. It does also note we come to the other side of the pass-through compartment here. This door right here works on magnet and locks. This door right here opens and closes from the side, and it does open in full. Here's our other propane compartment. This door, however, will still open up all the way with the propane compartment closed, covering that propane tank there, and it shuts or opens on a magnet, is held open on a magnet. Coming back to our main compartment, we've got our black and gray, I'm sorry, I was backwards here, black tank valve and gray tank valve, as well as our main water control panel. This unit does come with an exterior faucet as well as an exterior hose. There are a number of different configurations depending on what you will be doing. You will just want to consult this right here depending on your scenario. It does come with satellite cable and auxiliary hookup. And as well over here, this top switch controls your water pump. Indicator light shows that it is on. This bottom switch right here controls 2 lights underneath this bedroom slide out. It is currently off. If I flip that up, indicator light turns on, and the 2 slide out lights also turn on, reversing that process, off. And our slide out lights are off. Your city water connection here, this will be where your main water supply line goes. You will not need to fill a fresh tank or have an additional hose for the fresh tank. Again, you will use the power fill from the city inlet with that configuration. After filling the tank, assuming you're going to be running on the water pump, you would go to dry camping mode. If, however, you are going to be operating off of the hose, you will use the city water feature here. To winterize, you will need that configuration. You will want to make sure that you have drained your hot water heater, and you can also sanitize, which will siphon to tank via the pump. And your knobs to do so are right there. This right here is going to be a tank flush hookup. If you are going to utilize this, I highly recommend making sure that you are either paying attention to the levels of your black and gray tanks so you don't backflow into the fifth wheel, or better general rule of thumb is make sure that you have removed the sewer cap back here and have that gate valve open so that the water can automatically drain out. Last feature to point out in this pass-through compartment here is going to be the auto level system. It does come with instructions here. I will go ahead, however, and point out a few features. To turn on, you'll press the on button. Ready, jacks, it's indicating that the jacks are down. Should it be time for you to hook up, what you will want to do is press this retract button here, and you will want to hold down on the rears. This will bring only the rear jacks up. You can see that one slowly lifting right there. I won't run them all the way down. If we did have those all the way up, we would then want to come back over to our main panel here and deselect retract. Hit auto level, and it will show us auto level grounding front. This is what you will do when you are unhooking and getting ready to use the fifth wheel. It will first situate the front jacks, and then it will bring down all four rears, beginning with the furthest back. These middle two here work mainly as stabilizers, however they do help in addition to keeping the unit itself level. Just underneath this main compartment is a sewer hose holder. You will just need to slide this into the open position. You can pop that cap off, slide your sewer hose in there. And while this auto level continues doing its thing, I would also like to point out these are your low point drains. They are currently in the on position, meaning that any water that were at a low point would drain through them. When you want to close them, you will simply turn the handles to be perpendicular with your PEX water lines there. And if we wanted to open them, we would again just turn them into the upward position. We now see the rear jacks have grounded and the center jacks on the fifth wheel are coming down. When it is done, which it is currently not, but I'm not going to continue standing here, it will pop up success on the display panel here, and that green light will go solid. Coming back around to the front. And this concludes the exterior tour of the 2019 Grand Design Reflection fifth wheel. Thank you.